First week we spent in a bomb shelter near my house, and he was so stressed. So on the fifth day, I said like enough. I'm going back home. So there was like a bullet shooting everywhere during the night. I heard it, but I said my cat can live in a carriage. So I went back home because of him. I have cats that live with us for 2 years for now, so I can live now. There are little lives that depends on me. My goal was to make a shelter. It will be small, I thought back then, but it will be a shelter where people don't want to cry. So if people don't want to donate, people just can help with medicine, with cages. So my name is Eugene. I'm the co-owner of Cats on Mars Animal Rescue Shelter, and our organization was established in spring 2022. So when we started to save animals we started in Kyiv, then we moved to county, then we have like partners all over the country. It's basically cats because our shelter is situated in a city zone, so we can have dogs. But we have one rabbit now and one chinchilla. It was March 8th of 2022, and we tried to get free the animals, the cats, dogs, any kind of animals that were locked inside the house, the apartments of the people who ran away, and they not came back because most of the people thought that they were living in city for a couple of days now, but it's been weeks and the animals were locked inside. And the people who contacted us and gave us information about the locked animal inside, and they gave us permission to make a little hole near the door in the wall. So we started to do that, and the first was like March 8th. Yeah, there was first cat that we saved from their locked apartment. Maybe I was stupid like everyone else who stayed because we thought it will be over soon. First, maybe my cat. I didn't want to stress him. So first week we spent in a bomb shelter near my house, and he was so stressed. So on the fifth day, I said like enough. I'm going back home. So there was like a bullet shooting everywhere during the night. I heard it, but I said my cat can live in a carriage. So I went back home because of him. I think the first couple of weeks that the county of Kyiv was opened when it was deoccupied in April 2022. So, and we started to every day. We drove there from 6 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. because there was a military curfew after. And we drove through the empty, destroyed cities, like near the Kyiv, and we tried to catch all animals that stayed on the streets, as many as we can. So one day we can take like 15 cats, a couple of dogs a day. So it was every day for 3-4 weeks. And I didn't have shelter at that time. We had a big warehouse that we tried to get all animals inside. And the people who stayed and who survived occupation near the Kyiv, they were so friendly and so helpful. It was a scary time, but I really loved that time. I can say miss it because it was like a big union of people who helping each other. I have cats that live with us for 2 years for now. So as long as they're looking for a new home, so they will be with us. So that's why we now have 57, 25 that I thought would be. I really counted on 20, 30 cats max in a shelter based on the capacity of the space of the place. Now I have 57. For now, it's usually basically people, volunteers or soldiers who are on the front line or who are evacuating animals. They just contacted me. We have a chat, like a lot of chats. So, and they send in the pictures of the animals that they can evacuate, and the people in the chat, the other shelters, including ours. So we're saying if we have places or not, we have free spots, and how many we could take. They have some old ladies or someone who stayed in that area who are gathering animals, and then they drive there and take They're trying to free people, animals who stayed on a chain. People let the dog maybe on a chain without any food. It happens a lot, unfortunately. And yeah, it's approximate once, maybe 2 times a month. So I stayed in Kyiv, like one of the shelters who like getting the animals. It's outside of Kyiv, people live in the same life. There are a lot of people saving animals too. East, west, south. It's no matter of the region. If it's heavy fight there or it's really peaceful there, a lot of people helping animals. So I just a little shelter with like 50 cats. We have shelters for 500 animals, 1,000 animals. This weekend, I'm going to visit a small shelter near the Kiev, like giving rehabilitation to bears who used to be like in circus. Outside of Kiev, borders of Ukraine, people are still happy animals. There are no any messages for them. Just keep doing what they're doing, and it's harder for them than in Kiev. We have a really cool support when we started, even with locals. And the biggest support we got was from international helpers. But for the last year, like we lost 50% of them, I think. So most of people get tired of Ukraine. So we have a lot of costs every month for the shelter. And we had Patreon. I would say we had beliefs that we will cover at least half of our cost by Patreon, but we lost maybe 30% of people on Patreon for the last year. So now every month is really tricky for us. We have Patreon, we have PayPal, we have Buy Me Coffee, we have Revolut, we have Pioneer, we have P2P. Any kind of support, it's possible. Someone sent us cat's blankets from US. We're still using them for 2 years. So if people don't want to donate, people just can help with medicine, with cages, with like little whole houses for cats. People are saying that we only save in like beautiful cats. No, no, that's not true. First of all cats are beautiful. My goal was, I don't want to offend other shelters, but my goal was to make a shelter. It will be small, I thought back then, but it will be a shelter where people don't want to cry, because I've been to a lot of shelters. And that like thing, we did it, and it got and bite us in the ass. Because some volunteers came and they say, we know why the people are not supporting you so much, because you're looking like cats living their best life. You don't need a support. So if you're following my social media or shelter social media, we don't have posts like crying posts, like please help us or the cat will die tomorrow or he will be on the street. We're trying to make some joyful posts. So maybe it's also bad for us that we're not like begging or something, but I want to be different. I have one saying to any of them, and it's not only because of war. People who live, please be friend at least with one of your neighbors, because if something will happen to you, people need to know that you have an animal inside. So that's a big thing, because when we started this, unfortunately, I don't know how many animals died being locked in, because people just didn't know that there was animal inside. If at least one of your neighbors will know, it's not because of war. You can be hit by a car and you can get in a hospital. Maybe at least some will really need to know that you have an animal. And always carry a small bag of treats in a pocket for foster cats and dogs. I usually carry a small bag of, I don't know what brand is popular. So I always carry it with me in a pocket, in a backpack, to feed any kind of cat or dog I met on the street. It can be fat, but I still feed him. Jesse is a cat that I found on the street before war. Last week he turned 6 years. But all other cats were saved during the war in Kyiv. All my others, like 3. I'm a music promoter, and I'm still promoting some shows. We have shows here, yeah. It's affecting my work, because I had 70 shows a year, now I have 2 to 3. Most of my free time I'm spending in the shelter. I love them all, so I know their all names. So I miss them if I'm not in the shelter for a couple of days. Am I scared in Kiev? I'm tired of getting scared. So sometimes I even sleep over the air sirens. I can change it. So if I can change it, I rather sleep. I don't want to leave. I think when the war will be over, I will live for a year with peace and calm in my heart. Yeah, but I can't live now. There are little lives that depends on me. Yeah, I have 4,000 vinyl here. Oh, any kind. It depends on my mood. For today, for yesterday, and for the next 3 weeks, it will be Oasis. I have tickets for the show in a week. I bought them like a year ago for hope, for hope in Manchester. It's impossible to leave Ukraine, unfortunately. So I wanted to see them in a hometown. Or in 5 days, I will be crying looking at the YouTube video.